This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Wednesday, December 4th. I'm here with my good friends, Al and Brandon. I am Tori. Lindsay has the day off, so let's get right to it. It is a historic day in Washington as the impeachment inquiry begins its next phase. So the House Judiciary Committee, I'm going to mess that up all day long.
It's all right. We're with you.
Thank you. Is currently on a short break, but this is from earlier this morning. 4 constitutional law professors are testifying today. Meantime, the president is in Britain at the NATO summit where world leaders were caught mocking him in this hot mic moment. Take a look. That was Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaking with leaders of Britain and France. And of course, our president is responding. Take a look.
Well, he's two-faced.
Do you think that Germany is too naive?
And honestly, with Trudeau, he's a nice guy. I find him to be a very nice guy. But, you know, the truth is that I called him out on the fact that he's not paying 2%. And I guess he's not very happy about it.
So this president is known to mock a lot of people, right? He's done it for a while. I don't have to give you a list. Yeah. He tends to not like to be confronted in person. So this was sort of an awkward thing for him, and I think his feelings were hurt. Do you think it's weird or hypocritical for him to call someone else two-faced since he was a Democrat for 25 years and then became a Republican to run?
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in him for that because he's usually one of those people, like you said, he's a provocateur. Like he calls people out on things, but when he is the face of the joke or he's the butt of the joke, then he tends to get a little bit upset from time to time. And that was nothing but political locker room talk. You know, we're talking locker room talk here when it comes to some of our world leaders. But I want to go back to this 2014 tweet that President Trump had put up when Barack Obama was there. And he goes, "We need a president who isn't a laughing stock of the entire world. We need a truly great leader, a genius at strategy and winning. Respect." You know, if you go overseas, what are your friends from overseas and what are your friends from Canada saying about our president?
What did that look like? It looked like 3 world leaders laughing at the United States.
Well, I think he was hurt because that was caught, like that wasn't supposed to be heard.
Right.
Yes.
And I think you find out how people really feel about you when they don't know that you're listening. And I think that he realizes that he's not respected no matter what you say. That wasn't something that was set up to mock. That wasn't a skit or a sketch. That was how people talk when they're like, this guy's a clown.
Yeah.
And I think
and
he's hurt by that.
his own team is making him look like a clown.
Right.
His own team has his jaws on the floor.
Yeah.
So not good, but
not great.
Not great. We would love to know what you guys think, so please make sure you let us know on Facebook or YouTube. We're reading comments as they come in. Well, Senator Kamala Harris, she suspended her campaign yesterday, and now we're learning it was money, money, money. That was the reason why. Take a look.
My campaign for president simply does not have the financial resources to continue, and the financial resources we need to continue. I'm not a billionaire. I can't fund my own campaign. And as the campaign has gone on, it has become harder and harder to raise the money we need to compete.
So the president, Trump, he responded to Kamala's departure, of course, with this tweet saying, "Too bad, we'll miss you, Kamala." Well, Kamala had this epic comeback, tweeting, "Don't worry, Mr. President, I'll see you at your trial." I want to ask you, yes, I know, let's all go,
wow.
Right, great comeback. Probably one of the best moments of her campaign, unfortunately, was after. She is the last black woman running. We now have Cory Booker, who recently, yesterday, said, if you want me to keep running as the only black person in the race, you got to help me with money because I'm also running out of money. How do you feel that the top 6 are going to be white?
That's how do I feel? I feel like you're thinking. I feel like it's going to be like any other day in this country. I mean, this is what our country is, and this is why, Brandon, I really get annoyed when people go, "Let's get money out of politics." Politics is money. That's all it is. You sound really silly when you say, like, let's get money. What are you going to do? A grassroots campaign, like raise money with Girl Scout cookies?
Oh, Bernie's doing that.
But it's not. How much coverage is he getting? How much
But he is in the
coverage?
top 6.
Good for him, but he's also run before. I mean, obviously, Bernie's a name that we know.
Yeah.
If this was Bernie's first time, will we really? I never see him, and it's not fair. But like the people that have money works, money talks, and that's the reason why everybody's after it, and that's why CPAC still exists.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what that white six is going to do when it comes to
the
white six is going
Sounds like
to
somebody the Avengers has to fight.
when I say that, I just mean that what are they going to do now for the black vote?
Right.
Are you going to be like Hillary Clinton and try and do the mannequin challenge and show up with a bottle of hot sauce and try and get us that way? Or what are your policies going to be like? But also, what are you going to do for the Hispanic vote? Because Hispanics are the number one minority in America right now. So what are your policies going to be when it comes to immigration reform or pathway to citizenship?
Let's just hope that Kamala also, just so you say, is a VP somewhere, because she'd make an awesome VP.
Yeah.
And represent a ticket of color.
And I think that's why she kind of dropped out, because I feel like someone reached out to her and was like, hey, if I win, then you would be on my ticket as VP.
All right.
All right, moving on to something of a little bit lighter. People magazine announced it's People of the Year. And for the first time ever.
Is it me?
It's 4 times Al. It's not. 4 of them are women. They are all gracing the cover. Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, Michelle Obama, and Taylor Swift. So do you like this list? Is someone left out of this list? And also, is it interesting that it's all women? It's usually one person, one cover.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, now it's because of the morning show. She produced it. She came up with it. She's turned 50. She's showing a new...
A lot of people turn 50.
Right. So you don't like that choice?
I don't know. What did she do? I like her.
She's produced and executive produced The Morning Show, which is a show about Me Too.
We're in a room full of producers. Did they get People of the Year?
Did any of you get it? No. They said no.
But look at it. There's something for everyone with all 4 women. You know, I'm choosing obviously J-Lo on this one because she also co-produced Hustlers.
That's right.
She's getting Oscar buzz. And the biggest part about it is she doubled down on herself, where she's only going to get paid on the back end. But if you're a Michelle Obama fan, there you go.
That's the greatest memoirist of all time. Did you know that, Michelle Obama?
No.
Also, say the word memoirist.
I've never heard that.
That's a word.
Wow.
Isn't it?
That's why you do crossword puzzles.
Tori, what did you think about the list? Did you like it?
I got to be honest, the one that stuck out was a little Jennifer Aniston to me. I do like her. I think she's great, and I think she's perfect for the Me Too movement. But Greta Thunberg, I thought could have been in there too.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. So interesting.
Do famous people just get everything?
Yeah.
Like, do we have to act? I'm tired of acting like I care what they think about. Well, who cares?
I know.
Is anybody even watching the morning show? What is that?
People, Erica Cobb, our co-host, absolutely loves it, and it deals directly with the Matt Lauer whole situation. It is good, but I don't know if she deserved to be
cover of People magazine. Good.
But we're talking about influential people here. Like, you know, someone can be the best cross guard person in the streets of Wichita, Kansas, but that's not. You don't have that big of an impact across the world like these people do.
We want you guys to write in, just so you know, people writing in. Taylor Swift didn't do anything either. Again, I think she was picked for finding her voice in a certain political way.
Okay.
But let us know, guys. This is a huge story. I want to make sure we get it. It's breaking news. It's the end of an era. Willie Nelson has stopped smoking weed. You heard that correctly.
Wow.
Watch.
Is he eating it now?
Yes.
I have abused my lungs quite a bit in the past, so breathing is a little more difficult these days. And I have to be careful. I started out smoking cedar bark, and went from that to cigarettes to whatever. And that almost killed me.
So he said cedar bark.
Wow.
And I think you use it as, I don't know, but I think you wrap it.
I don't know what.
I don't know how
We
you
can't go
smoke
down that
it.
road because
Okay.
no one. Only Willie Nelson knows
Only
where
Willie
to get
Nelson
that
knows.
and how to smoke it.
But
So what do you think?
I mean, that's the end of the era for that stoner generation. For us, it's going to be Snoop Dogg. When Snoop Dogg says that he's done, then I'm going to feel that same like anguish, like, oh my gosh, Snoop Dogg's done smoking.
What it does do is it brings you into, people talk about cigarette smoking, but you don't really hear about smoking marijuana, and that also can kill your lungs. So I think it's important to point that out as well.
Yeah.
Anything that makes you cough, guys.
Yeah,
don't do
that's
it.
right. That's right. All right, this is super interesting. 16-year-old has gone viral for a video posted on the social media platform TikTok after she got into a really bad car accident. She says the video helped her cope, but we want to know what you think. Take a look.
What?
Okay, so that car was overturned and they did a TikTok. Now, I never want to tell anyone how to feel in shock, right? But what I see here is two women, incapable of dealing with an actual event and an emotion. And what they do is I have to translate my feelings into literally a TikTok video to be able to comprehend what's going on. I heard gasps. I mean, that's weird to me, what we just saw.
I don't think we're the TikTok generation.
We're not.
No.
I think they take situations in their life and they use them to highlight and reach out to the people that can experience it, that can feel them. And I mean, this is not for us.
Is this even for TikTok people? If you please write in, is this for you?
Yes.
I don't think our generation.
We're talking about
audience isn't TikTok people, so I don't even think our audience understand what TikTok is. But at the same time, I'm not defending these girls, but I just beat death. I just cheated death. My car's flipped upside down. So just think, we've done all the stories about the people who have died at the Grand Canyons trying to take selfies. They would love to be TikToking off to falling off of a cliff right now.
I don't know.
Look, this is a younger person thing. I'm fine with this.
You sound so old.
I'm fine with it. It's just like, it's not for. First of all, I had to do a YouTube tutorial on TikTok. That's how old I am. There should have been an AARP just show up at my desk for doing that.
You went to Internet Explorer to get Alta Vista.
Yes.
All right, let us know
Older
what you guys think. Everybody is okay in the accident. We want to make sure you know that. Well, DBL.
And I'm still old.
Yeah, and he's very old, growing older by the minute. We are live coming up. Mr. Big himself is on the show. Chris Noth reveals the stuff he kept from the Sex and the City set. I wonder what it could be. And you, the viewer, you're our 5th host who we don't pay. Padding your resume has always been a thing, but should it be illegal? It's sparking a big debate, and we're sharing your comments coming up next.
Hi DBL Nation, happy Wednesday. It's hump day. I'm sorry, it's hump day here at Daily Blast Live. We're happy to be halfway through the week and we are happy you're here along with us. Let's go to the desk and chat with the host. Tori, what are we still talking about up here?
Well, we were just deciding on what other celebrity you would have put in instead of Janiston. It's not that I dislike Janiston, I'm just saying
really like that Jennifer Aniston. She's done a lot of things this year,
like
right?
What? Name 2.
Get on Instagram.
You're gonna praise her for getting.
I am. I'm gonna praise her for how many
she
people
signed up for a free app.
I'm going to.
I was gonna say Reese Witherspoon started with.
Okay, I would have liked Reese Witherspoon better.
I agree with you.
That's fair.
And Big Little Lies, she did.
Oh gosh, I love her.
Do you guys see? I mean, when you look at all 4 of those
signing
women.
up for Instagram. I meant the amount of people that followed her and how influential.
Oh, you're saying
she
that's
is.
why she's impactful.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Kelly, when you see all 4 of those women, don't you think they check off a box for 4 different categories?
I do. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Michelle, J-Lo.
Michelle, of course, should be in there. That's like a no-brainer.
J-Lo.
J-Lo, I agree. J-Lo deserves it. J-Lo deserves it too.
Ooh, Kim K is not a bad
I
idea,
think
Travis.
you get too much of a backlash if Kim K was.
You're probably
up there.
right, because Kim K gets everything.
But she is a celebrity that does. I mean, she's been more influential, I think. Than
Yeah, I said her
Jennifer Aniston.
activism.
I
Yeah, you're
agree
right.
with you, for sure. Hands down.
For sure, I
yeah,
hear you.
I guess. Yeah.
I will say this really quickly.
Yeah, who would you have
They're
put there
saying
instead,
Willie
though?
Nelson could be Joe Biden's running mate. Thank you, Kimberly.
What?
My 2 seconds. She's kidding.
You have a hair in your eye. Oh, that'd be funny, actually.
Wouldn't it be? He'd be like malarkey.
Do you think that Willie Nelson has been grandfathered into?
Yes.
He's the only person that can openly talk about breaking the law, and
Without
everybody's
getting in
fine
trouble?
with
Yes, I think you're right. And Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Wiz
Remember when
Khalifa.
Zach Galifianakis went on Bill Maher and just opened a joint? Sorry, so
Yes.
he got in trouble with the FCC.
Did he really?
He sure did.
DBL
He
Nation, let
fully
us know
just
what
started
you think about
smoking.
this and all the other stories we're covering. Bye now.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for 5th host and time to consider tweaking your resume, especially if it's not totally accurate. So get this story. An Australian woman was caught lying in her resume after landing a 6-figure government job. Now she's facing at least a year in prison. Concerns about her mental health led to the discovery that her past was chock full of lies. She even used a pic of supermodel Kate Upton as her LinkedIn profile.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
If you're going to go for it,
Go for it.
Yeah.
So, DBL Nation, should lying on your resume be illegal? I think she's getting up to 24 months in prison.
Remember the one lady, I believe Michelle Yang, she faked a Time magazine.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
So,
And her degree and her job was made up at the UN. There wasn't a job that she made.
Damn. Let's get to these comments. Cal from Facebook says, it's called perjury. You sign a document when you get hired saying that all of your info on your resume is true to the best of your recollection. I'm with you, Cal, because if you're one of those people who has, I'm sorry, people are going to hate me after this one, but if you're one of those people who have lied on your resume, you can't get mad at Aunt Becky and the rest of those family for Operation Varsity Blues. You can say that they took away a willing spot for someone who deserves some sort of education, but you're taking away a willing spot for someone who's more qualified than you, who need this money for their family, for themselves.
That's a very fair point there.
Really I'm on fire today, man.
Yeah, you are. Georgia from Facebook says everybody in this world would be arrested then. You know what, George, I don't know if I agree with that. When we're talking about six-figure jobs, we're talking about jobs that have some kind of influence, whether it's over the government, whether it's in healthcare. I mean, do you want to find out that your nurse or your doctor isn't qualified to be doing a procedure on you, that your lawyer isn't qualified to be defending you in a case that you need that might dictate your freedom? This is a very serious thing, and we need to take it seriously. It's not just a little, air quotes, white lie. This is a big deal.
Yes, I don't think this is an embellishment. She also hired her brother just as soon as she got hired, and he had no qualifications below her, and they really messed up that whole program for Australia's government, and they caused an issue.
Well, who's doing the vetting?
So this is my next question. Gerald from Facebook says, I'd look for a new HR person for not properly vetting the candidate. Yeah, I think you've got to start thinking of third-party vetting, because people are now doing really sneaky things. I even know Melania Trump, there was something about her graduating with honors from the University of Slovenia. There isn't a University of Slovenia. Do your research. I went there.
They got a good team.
You did not go there. What team is good? What sports team?
They've got a field hockey team.
Ooh,
yeah.
Field hockey's fun.
Really good this year.
Annie from Facebook says, a year's not enough for such atrocities. She should be made to work without pay for the amount of time she was in that position. Yeah, I don't think 24 years is.
24 months.
I mean, 24 months. I think 24 months is too much for someone who lied at like Walmart or something. But if that's a government job, or like you say, a job where you're putting your hands on someone and you have to give them some sort of medicinal advice or something, then yeah, 24 months.
Yeah, it's a federal government job, you know.
Yeah, stop lying.
Stop lying, people.
And also, just Google it. 2019, just Google, find out.
I know.
Yeah.
So Al's great idea is to Google it. All right,
if you're vetting?
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. There's a new twist in the latest James Bond film. Villanueva, Raquel, what's going on?
Tori Schulman, we are getting our first look at the female 007 in a new scene from No Time to Die.
The world's moved on, Commander Bond.
You were 00?
2 years. So stay in your lane. You get in my way, I will put a bullet in your knee. The one that works.
I thought you two would get along.
Lashana Lynch plays Nomi, an agent ready to rival Bond. No Time to Die hits theaters April 2nd.
What'd you think? I thought the trailer could be better.
That was just a little clip. You got to watch the full trailer.
Okay, it's
that came
good.
out today. Yeah, it's really good.
I love a good James Bond.
Are you guys Bond people?
I love a good Bond movie.
Yeah.
You've seen them all?
Yeah. I like, what's his name? Pierce Brosnan. That's how old I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
Pierce was great. Thank you. Coming up on DBL, if you're a Sex and the City fan, don't go anywhere. We're talking to Chris Noth. Wait till you hear about his weirdest encounter with a fan. Yeah.
Help.
DBL Nation, what's going on? You just saw a little snippet of the Bond trailer. Obviously, it's a big deal because there's a black woman that's going to be a 007 agent. And we've talked about this. We've heard you guys' thoughts on it. But I encourage you all to go check out the full-length trailer. I'm a Bond connoisseur, if that's the thing.
What's your favorite Bond?
I don't like going back to the video game on Nintendo 64, GoldenEye, changed video games forever. You wouldn't have the Call of Duty and all that.
First-person shooter?
First-person shooter game. Wow. It was the multiplayer. You split the screen, and you can have all these different type of game levels and things to do when you played those games. I just it's a whole thing, and I know DBL Nation, your kids, even you and your kids played that game. So I don't go back to I can't remember the Pierce Bronsons and Sean Connerys. I can't remember those. Who's the guy before Daniel Craig?
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan?
And then before that, I think it was Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, all right.
Yeah, I think there have been 3 so far.
Welcome back to DBL. Chris Noth is best known as Mr. Big from Sex and the City. Now the actor is talking about the next big thing in streaming, huh? Yeah. He tells Lindsey Granger his most unusual fan encounter. Check it out in today's Big Chatting with the Stars.
Chris Noth, welcome to DBL. We're talking about the streaming service Tubi today, and we'll get into that in just a second. But first, fans of Sex and the City are always going to love you as Mr. Big. I've got to know, what's the strangest fan encounter you've ever had?
It's always odd. Usually it's women who are fans of the show more than men, although I'm saying mostly. But I think I was in a car once and a truck pulled up, you know, big burly truck driver. Hey, Mr. Big! And I'm like, you're watching Sex and the City? I would have thought maybe Law and Order or something.
So is it true that you still have your Mr. Big suits that you wore during filming?
I have a lot of suits. I kept my my costumes because I hate to shop for clothes, and they were all great suits. So they let me keep them because they were fitted to me anyway. So.
Awesome perk of the job. Well, Tubi is the next big thing in streaming, and there's so many options for people to choose from. It can get confusing. So what sets Tubi apart from all the others?
I think the operative word would be that it's free. You don't have to put your credit card down. You don't have to have a password or any of that. You sign up for once, it's there. And it's got a vast array of entertainment and stuff that you won't find on Netflix. And I know they have a lot of stuff, but other stuff that you might want to see would be on Tubi, and it's very simple.
You don't have to feel guilty. I mean, Tubi's got thousands of TV shows and movies for free.
Yeah, and I even get what's not on Netflix.
Chris, you deserve to be happy.
Well, what's your favorite type of show to binge? Are you like all about comedy or drama?
I usually go to a lot of the classic movies.
Nice, I like those too. So I'm from New York, and I know that you love New York, but it's changed quite a bit since your time on Sex and the City. What do you still love about the city, and what do you miss most about old school New York?
I miss a lot about old school New York. You know, it's much more catered toward tourism and big money from foreign countries. So that's unfortunate because a lot of great music places have gone down and great pubs and saloons and restaurants that had been there for 50 years. So you don't know what you got till it's gone. Listen, I've been complaining about this for years, so people are sick of me talking about it. You know, don't get me started.
Chris Noth, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Take care.
What a great interview, and you know it. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Welcome back to DBL. It may be time for holiday cheer, but M. Night Shyamalan is back with a creepy new show that looks super interesting on Apple TV. Now, it stars Rupert Grint, a.k.a. Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. I sat down with him and co-star Toby Kebbell to talk about that inevitable Shyamalan twist in today's Chatting with the Stars. Rupert and Toby, welcome to Daily Blast Live. We are so happy to have you on. You guys star in Servant on Apple TV+, and it's about a couple whose baby dies and they replace him with a lifelike doll. Now, it's an M. Night Shyamalan, and I want to know, can we expect a Shyamalanian twist?
We lost Jericho when he was 13 weeks. Dorothy took it hard. This is the only thing that brought her back.
I should take Jericho for his walk now. Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely. It is creepy. It is harrowing. It's very heavy. It's a story about denial.
It all happened too quick. Okay, they were both out. I heard a noise. I went upstairs. Then Dorothy came home. When was this?
Toby, you play a chef on the show, but it turns out you actually cook in real life. Yeah. Is it true that you actually whipped up all the meals we're seeing? No way!
Yeah, we had to, because when we first arrived, there's huge amounts of creativity going on, and then the food was kind of left, because in the script, it just says a certain dish. And everyone's kind of glossing over it. And I said, well, we're going to have to eat those meals. And they said, we've got a food stylist, don't worry about it. And this poor lady came in, who's an awesome food stylist, but just for stuff being photographed, started spraying Glade, or some shiny product. And I was like, but we have to eat it. So we ended up getting a great chef, Drew DeTomo, who came in, and me and him worked together, and we tried to figure out these recipes. And actually, it became kind of a metaphor for my character, because he's kind of revamping, Dead, or he's resurging kind of these old recipes and giving them a new twist. So it kind of, it felt like it had something behind it.
Nice backstory. Rupert, do you cook?
I don't cook, no. But I do eat. And no, what I really loved the food element is such a huge part of the show, I think.
Yeah.
It really is another character, and I do remember I was in a costume fitting with no trousers on, and Toby rushes in and he's made this like obscure dessert, and it's amazing. It's such a great detail. I think it's a really fun part of the show.
I love that.
We like to test out the recipes on the victims who had to eat it. So.
That's exactly right. I'm an eater too, so I understand. Now, Rupert, so many people love you as Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter franchise. We got to know, are you and Emma and Daniel Radcliffe still a fearsome threesome? And can we expect to ever see you guys on screen together again?
I don't know. I mean, I get asked this a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I think it's about nearly 10 years since we finished the last movie. But yeah, I mean, I have a great fondness of that character. I always will do.
Good.
But for now, I'm kind of enjoying life outside it and kind of exploring.
Post Ron Weasley. Yes, I can understand that. Rupert and Toby, thank you again for talking with us. I had a great time. We can't wait to eat with you if we ever meet up.
Definitely.
Great.
Thank you, Tori.
See you
Thanks,
soon.
guys.
Great day.
Welcome back to DBL. We have an update to a story we talked about yesterday. This ad, I think you all remember, for a $2,000 exercise bike, the Peloton, sparked a ton of backlash online. Some calling it sexist for a man gifting his already thin wife an exercise bike for Christmas. And we had a great discussion on it. Well, I wanted to let you guys know that the company has lost nearly $1 billion after its stock dropped 9% overnight.
That's embarrassing.
Well, is this cancel culture being personified? This is it. This is what happens. Huge financial decisions are made by the court of public opinion.
You know what? And it's people that don't care.
Right.
It's everybody just chiming. No one really cares. It's just like you cost a lot of people their jobs. I hope everybody's happy. You can't get somebody a $2,000 gift anymore.
Yeah, wow. Interesting.
Like, gift me a Peloton.
Let us know what your thoughts are on this. But be good to each other, because we're all facing that uphill battle. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bike up it.
Uh-huh.